and welcome to the part 8 of this video series. In this video, we are going to learn about data type conversion. Data type conversion is required whenever you want to convert one type to another type. Let's say you have one user that is sending you data in string format and you have to convert that data into integer format so that you can perform some arithmetic operation. Maybe you want to perform some addition, subtraction. So in that case, you have to convert the data first into the integer format and then only you can perform the arithmetic operation. So in this video, you will learn about data conversion. You will see how we can convert data. You will also see some of the important points we have to consider when converting data. In C#, data conversion can be performed using implicit conversion and it can be performed using explicit conversion. When we say implicit conversion, it is the type of conversion that will be automatically done by the C# compiler. Let's see this in Visual Studio. I have opened up my Visual Studio and created a basic program. So let's see how the implicit conversion is done by C# compiler. Implicit conversion. So let's say I have a variable of integer. Let's say it has value 100. And I have a float. Let's say b. Now, if I try to convert a to the float number, let me say float b equal to a. What will happen? The conversion will happen automatically. C# compiler will convert integer a to the float type b. Basically, when we convert integer to float, there will not be any data loss. If you recall from the third part of this video, we have seen the integer. Integer has range from this number to this number, which is a quite big number. But if you see the range of a floating number, that is even bigger than the integer. That's why we are able to store an integer into the float type, because float can easily accumulate integers and there will not be any data loss. Let me try to do it in reverse. Let's say I have a float number, let's say temperature, and let's say 30.54. So this is the temperature, and if I try to convert this temperature to an integer, let's say I have a number, and if I try to convert temperature to integer, you can see clearly the error message is coming again, and if I hover here, I can read the message cannot implicitly convert type float to int. So C# compiler is not able to automatically convert 13.53 to a number, because if we try to convert this, we are going to lose the decimal part of this number, because we cannot store decimals in integer type. For that, we have to do an explicit conversion. Let's see how we can do an explicit conversion. We have to specify the type to which we are converting. If I mention int here, so C# compiler will know we are explicitly converting the float type to an integer type. Let me go ahead and print this number. As you can see here, we are getting 30 as the output and we have lost 0.53 while doing the conversion. There is another way to convert one data type to another data type, that is using the convert class. If I use the convert class and press dot here, see there are multiple types that we can use to convert this data. I can convert it to int16 type, I can convert it to int32 type or 64, or maybe I can convert it to the unassigned integers also. So let me use the int32, that is more suitable for integer types, and I will pass my temperature here. If you see here, there is no error message again, and we are able to convert this number. Again, you can see here it has rounded off our number to 31, so it will give us slightly more accurate numbers. This is how you can use the convert method to convert your one type to another type. So whenever we are using convert method or we are using the int keyword in front of the data type, we are doing an explicit conversion. So let's see how we can convert from string types to some number types. Let's say we have a string of input, that is maybe 100, and I have an int number, and I can use integer dot parse method from it. And if you read this message, you can clearly see here parse is taking a string input and it will give me an integer output. You can read the message here also. It converts the string representation of a number to a 32-bit signed integer equivalent. We can see 100 is getting printed and we are able to convert this number. But let's say we have some condition here. Let's say we have an invalid string and there are some character also. Let's say XYZ. Now this is not a valid number. We will not be able to convert it to an integer type. Let's see what will happen if I run this program as it is. We can see we are getting an error message here. Input string was not in a correct format because we have this XYZ at the end. That is not making it a correct number. So let's see how we can deal with this kind of situations. So to tackle this, we can use the different version of parse that is called TryParse. I can use the int keyword and I can use TryParse method. In the TryParse, first we have to provide the input that we want to convert. And we have to provide a variable in which we will store this value after the conversion is done. Let's say I have this number here. Let's see what is happening here. We are using TryParse method that is taking input because we want to parse this string and we want to pass it to the integer type. And if the conversion is completed, we want to store that value in the number variable. Let me initialize the number to 0. So what will happen here, if we are not able to parse it, it will not throw us an error and it will just keep the number as it is. It will not make any changes. So I can see 0 is getting printed because we are not able to convert this number from 100 XYZ to an integer. Let's say we have a valid integer. Let's say we have 423. This is a valid number. We should be able to parse it. In this case, I can see my 423 is getting printed. So if you don't want to crash your program accidentally, you can make use of TryParse. One more thing you will notice here, the return type of TryParse is Boolean type. It means if the conversion is successful, it will give us true. If the conversion is not successful, that will return us false. Let's see this how we can utilize this return type. Let me create a variable bool. If conversion was successful. So the value of if conversion was successful will be true if the conversion was done properly. I can use this variable. I can use if conversion was successful. I can go ahead and print that number. Else, if the conversion was not successful, I can go ahead and print number was not valid. So let me give an invalid number. Let's start with ABC 423. You can see we are clearly getting this message number was not valid. So now our application is a bit more user friendly and we are properly handling the exceptional cases also. And again, if the number was valid, let's say 321, it will give us that output as it is. We have seen the implicit type conversion that is automatically done by C#. We have seen the explicit type conversion that we have to do either by using the typecasting operator or by using the convert method. And we can even use the parse method also to do it. And we have also seen the difference between parse and TryParse. When we use parse, it will throw us the error if the input is not in correct format. And if we use the TryParse, it will not give us the error either, but it will let us know if the conversion was successful or not, and we were able to handle it in the if else block. That's it for this video, guys. In the next video we are going to learn about arrays in C#.